Warning: the following video contains uncensored language at the strongest level. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. What's going on, friends, guests, and subscribers? This is your buddy kidThunder. I have yet another thing to bitch about. A little while ago, I was watching Nightline, and all of a sudden, here comes that insane, indemented bitch Shirley Phelps at it because of another disaster that just occurred as recently as 2.5 weeks ago. The oil spill in the Gulf Coast. As you all know, Shirley Phelps and the Westboro Baptist Church propaganda is nothing new to you. As a matter of fact, I've seen countless of other people, such as Unsane 187 and the same Revelation, who have ranted on the same exact thing that I am ranting on right now. And now it's time for me to put my 2 cents on this. So sit back and enjoy. Now, before I even go further, let me say this. I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian. I'm not perfect. And I am not here to put anyone down because of their beliefs in whatever it may be or whatever their personality is. This is some critical shit that I've been hearing an awful lot lately. And I mean critical in a bad way. The way she delivers her messages are without a doubt intended to be cruel, sick, and indemented. Here are a few examples. Example 1. Thank God for 9/11. What the hell? Am I being politically correct for stating that 9/11 is such an act of atrocity? And for those who state that 9/11 was a quote-unquote act of God, one thing for sure, 3,800 plus people died from the terrorist attacks on that day. And if you claim that you're supposedly doing God's will, it's pretty obvious that He would not allow a terrorist attack to happen like that. Example number 2. Thank God for fallen soldiers. What? I don't know about you, but the people who go to war, they're obviously serving their call of duty in active war. The reason why they were fallen is because obviously, I would think that they're trying the best to do the most good for our country, as you can see. I mean, but thank God for fallen soldiers. That is just something sick to hear. Oh, here's the big one. God hates the world and all its people. You've got to be fucking kidding me for stating such an intimate statement like that. God hates the world and all its people? If you're a religious extremist and you're watching me tackle down this subject, can you recall John 3:16 in the Bible? Romans chapter 5 verse 8 in the Bible also says that God commended His love toward us in that while we were still sinners, Jesus Christ, the Son of God, died for us. So if you're saying that God hates you, God hates so-and-so, and God hates so-and-so and that, I mean, that's just so unacceptable. I mean, the Bible does teach about love. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I'm a Christian. I'm not perfect. And, I was taught to love, not to hate. Come to think of it, yes, religious extremism is starting to become a bit more common in this current generation as it was back then. But I don't know if you may recall this, but some of you all might remember Jesus Camp from a few years ago. This whole church that basically brainwashed the kids and whatnot. Becky Fisher was basically the leader of that particular group. And let's make that comparison to Westboro Baptist Church. it's really hard to tell which one is worse than the other. Either Jesus Camp or Westboro. They're both really bad, in my opinion. They're both obviously doing cult activity. Now, come to think of it, I do remember, the whole Jesus Camp situation from, the first time I heard about it was back in 2007, when, there was these group of kids and their pastor, Becky Fisher, was basically shoving, Christianity down their throats, and not trying to give them time to accept Jesus as their personal Lord and Savior for themselves. And I want to make that comparison to Westboro. Now, Westboro is, in my opinion, is worse compared to Jesus Camp. Who in the hell would say, God hates the world and all its people? That is my question. Who in the hell would say, thank God for dead soldiers, thank God for 9/11 and all that? What kind of atrocious thing to say to that? I'm about done. I can't take it anymore. To all you religious extremists out there, go fuck yourselves. This is kidThunder signing the hell off. Comment, rate, subscribe, do what the hell you want. Stay tuned for more. And to all the religious extremists out there, grow up, act your age, and not your shoe size.